Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Facebookians, Aries here with a video. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. Usually I don't do videos back to back, but today, since I have to be home while Aaron's at home, Aaron's so afraid that the mail lady is going to throw her boxes and crush them that he's like, I'm going to be home. Yes, but he also's got a service dog that needs to go to the bathroom, so anyways. And then he's afraid, well, the neighbor's kid steals. He's like 5. He's going to steal my package. I've seen it before. They just pick it up and then take it in, and then they don't have the heart to say, well, my kid took the package. So he's got like $150 in cigars coming in, and he's like, I got to be for it. I don't want my cigars stolen. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you know. I mean, look at my neighbors. My neighbors next door, talking about packages. They get packages that are like 4 foot wide, 4 foot 4 feet wide, 4 feet long, and like 4 feet tall. Full to the brim. Sometimes I've seen 5 and 6 foot packages. It says Amazon in it. It's like, what the fudge? You are on low income, living in subsidized housing. I get what I want. I get what I want. I get what I want. That's what the neighbor says. It's like, what the fudge? New computers all the time. And then they sit there and say, ha, we screwing over the subsidy to get what we want. Yeah, okay. And then the manager's like, I don't know how they can afford it. But this isn't about that. This video, as I was telling Angela, was going to be kind of about rude people, rude behavior. And usually people say, oh, well, you're rude because you were rude and you badmouthed Aaron. Not really badmouthing Aaron in the video. I just said he's paranoid when it comes to his packages. And then, but he's got a service dog. You should at least take him downstairs and bottom stairs and let him relieve himself instead of making him wait till the UPS man, which could come till 7 o'clock at night. And he's like, yeah, so boring. But anyways, not enough about this. This rant is about rude people and sometimes, and I'm going to throw in the mixture of alcohol too. It's called alcoholism, stupidness, and rude people. Those are the 3 things. Now, I've seen alcohol. Aaron says, oh, well, when you're when you're in a bad mood, you get angry when you're drinking. But when you're in a great mood, you're happy-go-lucky, giggly, whether it be wine, bourbon, or, but he's like, I wonder what you'd be like on tequila. Well, I can't stand tequila. I can't stand rum. And I don't mind Private Stock by Captain Morgan, but I keep looking at that spiced cherry rum by Admiral Nelson's, this cherry spiced. Looks really interesting, but anyways, enough about that. Anyways, problem is, we went in and we were talking about alcohol, and rude people. Well, there is some rude people. Aaron, of course, is reprimanding me because, like the other day, we had children sitting there, and they're standing around in an aisle at the store. And I'm trying to get through, and I'm sitting there, and Aaron's like, they're kids. They're kids. You gotta let them pass. They're kids. So we turn around, we go down another aisle, right? We wait 10 minutes, come back, they're still standing there. Finally said, what? What am I supposed to do? We gotta wait. So we went down another one. Finally, they moved. And it's see little peons that sit there and be like, rude behavior. And then Aaron reprimands me. They're children. It's like the children shouldn't be taking up the candy/snack/pill aisle. So if someone needs an ibuprofen or Tylenol, you should just say, hey, move it. Instead, they're kids. And then we have like 500 people coming one way, right? I have to stop every time, and then these people are like this, and I'm like, Aaron's like, you shouldn't have done that. It's like, excuse me, they're all coming this way. How am I supposed to do? And Aaron says, I know. I'm like, what the hell's your problem? Well, no, I'm not being rude. I mean, we have a lot of illegals and people that don't speak English in my community. So they're just like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, speak English. I don't know Spanish. And then Aaron's like, that's rude. No, it isn't. You're in my damn country. Learn the damn language. But anyways, I walk along, and like the other day, I mean, we've had people like one day, right? Another rude problem is the roads. We're walking along. We're like in a crosswalk, right? An actual crosswalk that says, the little light goes and says walk. And it even says it, walk. And then it goes 15, 14. You're walking across. this young biddy, and there was an old biddy too, right behind, like, you're like, you mother effers. Police car didn't do anything. It's like, we're in a freaking crosswalk. Mosey over there. So I went over to the police station. They're like, oh, we saw it, but there was nothing we wanted to do about it. No. So you don't care if the disabled person gets creamed in the middle of the damn sidewalk. There is car laws. Well, if they're illegally here, all we do is deport them, and it's not a good thing. Oh, so it's okay for an illegal to go mow down a freaking guy with a service dog. Well, were you in the cross? Yes, we're the pedestrian. Oh, well, it's still, we don't want to go there. Yeah, rude people, including the cops, who just is like, you know. And we're sitting there like, what the fudge? I mean, it's like the other day, talking about rude people also. And you go into a store, you usually buy, you know, mostly, I mean, at the mall, you know, sometimes you window shop because you're looking for this specific special gift. Anyways, I'll get to that. So you go into a store, say, me and Aaron went into a liquor store that had cigars. And I picked up 4 cigars. But when I was there, I moseyed over to the bourbon section and found limited edition bourbon that's discontinued. Guy's like, oh yeah, I can get it sold. Well, just go to the website. Beep, 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 on his phone. And the lady's on her tablet and looks it up, and she's like, it's not on there anymore. So she goes and checks the emails of the distributor real quick, and they said discontinued. What's on your shelf is what's on your shelf. He's like, oh, well, it is discontinued. I said, no, duh. Grabbed me a bottle. I said, I'm going to have a little bit of this soon. Last night I had some. But anyways, so my neighbor, she goes in there and she's like, oh, well, it's too expensive. I'm not calling here. And he asked me, how rude's that? Comes in, prices something out and leaves. Usually someone buys something, you know. Well, I asked about a couple cognacs that are rare, and he's like, oh, just let me know. I'll bring it in for you. Okay. He had, like, great spirits that I've been looking for. Rare ones, too. You know, I like a good scotch, too. I said, you got my business when I want to come in. Oh, thank you so much. Anyways, he was talking about rudeness. Well, we go and we drive over to Arby's, no problem. From Arby's, we didn't go over across the tracks because we should have went to Walmart, but we decided to go out to Fred Meyer's. You know, Kroger. We go in there, and this lady in a van, basically, was backing out. And it's like, what the fudge? Can't you frickin' know there's someone walking behind you? And the old lady's like, I come first. It's like, yeah, okay, rude people. So we walked into Fred Meyer's, you know. No problem, you know. We had one lady who was very nice to us, checker, that asked us, how come, you know, Aaron was like, I haven't been in there in like 4 years. She was like, why is that? Well, you hear one of your employees threw me out because of my service dog. She says, oh, do you have your service dog? No, I don't see it. Looks, I said, be careful. She says, why? She was a little plumpy lady, and I said, well, why? You know, I said, because. Look right by your foot. She looks down there, and she almost stepped on Moppy's tail. She says, oh, hello, little one. And it's like, doesn't anyone watch where they're going? I mean, Aaron's always, watch where you're going. Stripper ball. I mean, he does his Nixon impersonation, President Nixon, but instead of swearing, he's like, stripper ball. But yeah, and you know, so he yells at me. Then we go over to Safeway, you know, and I want to price out prime rib. That's the other thing. I was going to get prime rib. And he's like, no, we got plenty of turkeys. You're going to get prime rib next month when it's on sale. Okay. And then we talked about paying off a few layaways and stuff. So he was just like, you know, very, very happy about that. So he was just like, but yeah, and then you get the rude people, that just rude, crude people that are, you know, drunks at times. I mean, heck, I wanted to talk about a video about stupidity. I think I might have to do another video on it. So, you know, but rude people, yeah, there is rude people. I get reprimanded all the time. Read it, you're rude. Read it, you're rude. Right, you're rude. You're rude. Really. Then I go to the grocery store. And, you know, and I even the library, or, you know, someone I don't even know, and it's like, oh, you look lovely today, you know, not even knowing the person. Oh, thank you. Or in my local grocery store, you look lovely today. And they say, oh, I don't feel lovely today, but thanks for the compliment. Aaron's just like, I'm like, what? What? It's rude for me to say you look lovely today. Yeah. You know. So it's just, you know, it's like yesterday or 2 days ago. Aaron took me to dinner, you know, and it was like $5 for this pizza like this, right? And they put lots of cheese on it, and you know, and they give you dipping sauce. You get either marinara, garlic butter, or ranch. I'm sitting there, and the guy says, "So, what one do you want?" And Aaron says, "I want garlic butter." He puts it in, and what do you want? And I said, "Ranch." Next thing you know, delivers at 25 minutes. Like, there you go. I didn't want marinara, but I can't put it back. I didn't want marinara. Didn't you have any problems? Clean the wax out of here, son. I said I wanted ranch. Aaron's like, "You're a little rude," but the guy comes back. "Here we go, ranch." 2 of them. I'm like, "Fine." And Aaron's like, "I ain't giving him a tip." Well, yesterday when we went there again, we sat down. Aaron's like, "I'll take you to lunch again." He wanted to try pasta. He wants to try some other of their pastas. But anyways, we go there again, and the pizza filled me up. It was like one, you know, huge thing, you know, which basically they take a pizza, they cut it up into strips like this, and they make it into cheese bread, you know, and it's like half strips like this long, and they cut it in half. I'm dipping my thing, you know, and branching. I said to them, "Ma'am, yes, when you deliver his pasta bowl, is it possible to get some menus?" "Oh yeah." She comes back, "Here's the menus, here's your pasta bowl. Here's some more ranch for you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, now that's the way I like customer service. That's not rudeness." Aaron, sometimes he's just like, "You're really rude." You know, then you get these illegals and migrant farm workers that sit there and they cut in line. It's like, "Hey, we're here first." Blah, 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 blah. And then Aaron's like, "Let him go." It's like, "No, I'm not going to let it go. The little guy's a rude, crude a-hole." Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you. You just don't want to admit it. Blah, 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 blah. Goes through. Or you get like 20 of them sitting there lined up, you know, at the donut section. It's like, "Hurry up." Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know you know what you know what I'm speaking. Move your butt. Blah, 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 blah. And they all tie up. You know, finally you go to the guy who, he knows English, you know, the one that runs the bakery. And he's like, "Hey, got any maple or chocolate bars?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, fresh. Here you go. Thanks." When he knows I'm coming, he's like, "Oh, we have them right here." I'm like, "Good. I don't want to deal with it." He said, "They're all rude, crude a-holes." You know, and that's the way it is, you know. I mean, they're all rude, crude a-holes. I mean, literally. So, I get reprimanded for being rude in the real world. I asked Angela about me being rude online. I don't think I'm rude online. I was rude to her last year, but that was a video that I made, which I'm still apologizing for. But I also was rude to a lady today, which, like I said in a video, which I was drinking a bit, and I decided, you know, last night I had to place another order on something. Then I decided to go and order from this. They say I got credit through them. Found out it's through Swiss Colony, so it's going to be denied. They always deny me. Last time I went through one of their subsidiary companies, it's 75% down, and we can finance the rest. No, you guarantee I get credit, and then you throw it away. Forget it. And then they say, "Oh yeah," so I was like, piss on it. So between Swiss Colony and this place, they're gonna throw it away anyway. So I was just happy as hell that you know, and they usually email on that. But anyways, so last night, being a little tipsy, I was kind of rude a bit. But I messaged a woman, and I asked her where she got her outfits. She turned around and thought I wanted to buy her clothes directly from her. I said, "Well, no, what I'm asking is if you can help me out, give me the brand name so I can go and look them up, because they look cool." Instead, she thought I wanted to buy the ones that she was wearing because she's a model. Well, apparently models have big heads. That's what Angela said. And inflated egos, I think, is how I pronounce. I think is how we both pronounce it. You know. So Angela's just like, "How rude." Well, it's true. The lady thought I wanted her clothes. Well, I don't know about you, but that's just kind of weird. So, anyways, there you have it. Rude people. I've been told I've been rude. This video is mostly about being rude, crude, and not polite. And I get that all the time for being online, offline, or in real life, as you say it. So, you know, those are just some of the examples, you know. And there's a lot more rudeness out there. So, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, feedback, suggestions. Thank you, and may God bless the world.